Here, we're back to a new Owl House episode review, and if you're in slash one, go and check it out. And we are back with the final two episodes. Yep, the final two episodes of the Owl House. We are now finishing up the Owl House, I can just say. And yeah, I can just say a very amazing ending. Final two, I can just say for sure, to an amazing show. And yeah, we start with a recap pretty much with Kang just saying sorry to Los when he got left. And yeah, we see the portal that Bellows was building blowing up. And yeah, Kang is with the Collector. And he is very intrigued about the whole game that Kang said about the Owl House. And yeah, everybody is freaking out. And we see Lily, which yeah, Hootie ends up getting turned into this like Jack-in-the-Box. And of course, yeah, Kang is not liking this on the Collector hurting people. And even being put into this castle-like place. Like, yeah, the Collector is definitely evil as well. And yeah, we see Rain and Ada, which, yeah, she turns into her form. And yeah, we see Kikimora, which, of course, yeah, she's there, obviously. And yeah, we see all these different posts about what is happening, what is going on. And yeah, poor Ada. She doesn't have any of her elixir. And we see Luz in that place that we seen before, right? That whole place where we saw those cubes, floating cubes. Which, yeah, she gets pulled out. And yeah, everybody is back in the Boiling Isles. Which, yeah, Willow and just the plants of how she messed. And yeah, Hunter sees this bird, which believes that is Flapjack. But obviously, yeah, he is just really wanting to get rid of Bellows. And yeah, Amity with her abomination magic. And yeah, Luz's mom really loves this place. Which yeah, it's really cool to see Luz's mom really accepting of this place. And they say the Boiling Isles. Of how much it has changed. Yeah, it certainly has changed due to the Collector. And of course, Luz says that she is still going to keep her word on going back to the human world for good, permanently. Which, yeah, of course her mom just wants to talk to her, though. And then we see Bellows. We see Philip, and talking with using this dagger over this. It looks like Hunter, but yeah, it's not Hunter. And yeah, he's just, again, this form though, I can just say, I mean, I've said it before, but you gotta give the detail, or you gotta give the credit for the detail on this though, for his form right there. And yeah, they find the Owl House with graffiti. And yeah, just telling her mom, welcome to the Owl House. And yeah, they just say Hunter just pacing back and forth, just angry. And yeah, of course, Luz's mom is just wanting to get some advice from Gus and Willow. Of course, he doesn't say exactly what, Luz's plan is, her decisions. He just says that she may be making the wrong decision. And yeah, they're saying of on the stuff that they went through and on their decisions and stuff and how it all worked out great. And yeah, Hunter is, again, just very angry. Because again, he's just very worried about Bellows. And yeah, Luz's mom is wondering if Willow is okay. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared. Which yeah, Willow says that she's fine. And yeah, Amity's saying Luz inside of, Ada's room. And yeah, I mean, you still gotta feel bad for Luz though. Especially with her just what's all been going through. And just looking at her egg. And seeing the picture of Hootie and her and Ada and Kang. Which, yeah, she is going to get them back no matter what. And then Hunter says that he saw Ada getting dragged off by a star. And yeah, they end up flying. And yeah, Luce's mom ends up sitting on this creature. And yeah, they see that nobody is here. Like, this place is abandoned. And then they see some sparkles, some magic coming out. And what kind of a thing is this? Everybody is turned into puppets. Yeah, we see Willow's dad, even a puppet, and Ada in her monster form into a puppet. And yeah, we see the Collector and King coming, pretending to be heroes. And yeah, we see the plant witch lady, pretending to be Ada because she doesn't want to be turned into a puppet, which of course the Collector is angry and turns her into a puppet. Yeah, the Collector is, even though he's a child, he is still powerful. And of course King is really not wanting him to keep doing this. And of course Luce's mom really finds King adorable. And yeah, they're just trying to figure out about how they're going to get to them, and with Belos as well. And yeah, they find the other school members, right? The other members of this school. And yeah, we see of what was happening when Hunter told them about the whole Day of Unity. When the whole Day of Unity was happening, the teachers started losing, their powers until they saw some weird sensor kind of things, and yeah, turning people into statues. Yeah, even the principal and all the adults, staff members into statues and disappearing. Which yeah, they make it back to X-Hide. And they see how it's completely changed. And even this new marketing place, too. And even this memorial statue of the principal that they built. And yeah, Willow and Gus just saying their friends. And Amity saying her brother and her sister. Which, yeah, her brother looks very injured. And yeah, we see Philip doing this cliff and going into this room, just crawling on his knees and hoping that there's another body in here, which yeah, another body for him to possess. And yeah, we see Amity's mom, which yeah, is having to help the Collector. Of course she would be here, right? And yeah, they go into this room, which is just 2 beds on a planet. And yeah, the Collector wanting King to tell him a story, which having to read, but playing is more fun, make friends, instead the others stink, boo. And yeah, even King is having to give his toy to the Collector. Like, yeah, this is certainly something, though. And yeah, we even see the president of this whole, this whole thing, and it's Basha. Yeah, like, she is something else as well. And of course, they're wondering what are they even doing. Like, they're not even trying to do a whole plan or anything. And yeah, we see these little children, these toddlers, just going crazy. And yeah, they get kicked out, which they have an actual plan of what they're going to have to do. And yeah, King then sees Amity's mom and says Hootie, which yeah, he then gets over to where these other statues are, and Ada steps out, triggering the others, which of course see pretending to be a statue, a puppet. And we see Lilith as well, which she's trying to make some more of this elixir for Ada, and of course she is crying. Lilith is crying when she sees her friend Hootie of what's become of him. And of course, King is just really missing Luce. And of course, they believe that she's still in the human world. Obviously, they're not. And yeah, we see those little kids just going crazy again. and they find this room, which they're going to have to go into Los's mind in order to find a cliff that they can be able to use to actually get to where, they need to go. And, yeah, we see Willow just seeing a picture of her dad's, and of course she's all crying. And then she sees, Hunter, and, his bird, Flapjack. And, of course, Los is mentioning about the whole cliff that Philip made, which they're going to need to try to make the exact same thing. And, we see a hand and a body coming out, which, Bello possesses, and climbs up top to where, the whole fortress of the Collector, and even coming behind Amity's mom, and saying that you'll become quite useful, and goes straight to Rain. Possessing the puppet version of Rain. And, they find exactly what they were looking for. And, giving Hunter this picture of him and Flapjack, which, of course, he starts, all sad, and then Willow thinks that this is her fault, and ends up running away. And, of course, Gus is getting upset, too, which, you gotta feel bad for all of them. And, of course, poor Willow just, this girl just goes through so much, even getting more of these horrible things in her head and stuff, that making her get angry and stuff. Bassa just making her getting so angry. And, then, and then we then say, Bassa's two subjects that is with her. And, nope, it's actually Kikimora. Yep, obviously it's Kikimora. Why wouldn't it be? And Bassa herself, which, they knock him out with this sleep gas. And, Rain, or Bellows, then comes to the Collector and says that there's someone that's going to betray you. And, of course, they get thrown into this pit, which, of course, Los is just wanting to know what they are doing this for. And, of course, Kikimora, she doesn't learn anything, though. She is just going to want to kill Los here and now, which then they end up doing their magic and fighting, and, just some funny stuff that happens. And her mom actually does a cliff, which, ends up breaking the top, which obviously has some stuff collapsing, though. And Los is trying to figure out where her mom and the others went. Which, she grabs a baseball bat and hits Kikimora. Like, dang. Los's mom is good, especially for how she managed to aim that. And, then we see where Amity, and, again, I cannot remember the other kid's name, but, they find, or they're by themselves, and, of course, she's like, to come back, telling Amity to come back, which, obviously, Amity is not that person anymore, right? She is not that person. And, of course, they are leaving, and even willing to pick up a fight, which, of course, doing the whole, illusions type thing. And, Amity does not play around, even when it comes to what once was one of her friends. Like, again, Amity is not that girl anymore. You know that. And Hunter is with Gus. And, of course, Gus is just running off because hearing Willow. And, Hunter, you gotta feel bad for Hunter, though. He just feels so bad. Which, Willow is just all caught up in emotions. Like, she's keeping all of her emotions inside of herself, which is not good at all. And, just being all trapped and alone feeling. And, of course, the Collector is thinking that this is some kind of joke. But, of course, Bellows is telling him that, again, someone very dear to him is going to betray him. And, he even oversees King and Ada and Lilith talking about a way to actually take care of the Collector once and for all. And of course, yeah, the Collector is thinking that he's lying. But of course he's not. And then we see this beam of energy that comes through, which, yeah, Kikimora still putting up a fight. And yeah, Luz and her mom doing the invisibility, which of course she is just still beating herself up. And yeah, Luz's mom saying, we all make mistakes. That's part of living. We all make mistakes. And she's talking about all the mistakes that she made. And even one of them, and that was, this part almost made me cry. But she said the mistake that I made the most was trying to change my, talking about her daughter, trying to change her daughter to something that she did not want to be. Like, man, that really did hurt, or hit. That really hit hard. It was beautiful, though. Again, she's a good mom. Like I said, one of my favorite cartoon, moms, I would say. And yeah, we see her egg, right, for her staff, actually cracking. So, she actually gets her staff. Yup, she actually gets her staff. And, yeah, we see it all glowing until Kikimora comes and finds them. And, yeah, poor Willow just trying to help Gus. And, yeah, we see Hunter glowing and ends up telling Willow that she means a lot to him and don't ever talk that way about you again, to yourself again. And, yeah, they're just telling Willow to let it all out because they'll be okay. Which, yeah, they managed to get out. And, yeah, after the whole beam coming out, like, they realized that, yeah, Hunter actually has magic of his own, and not the magic he would think. And yeah, they say that Luz finally got her staff. And yeah, they're fighting Kikimora as well, which even slapping her in the face, and doing the illusions. And yeah, we see these fireballs, which yeah, all of the other classmates end up coming and helping and jumping onto Kikimora. And yeah, Luz is being able to fly with her staff, and they make the symbol what they need, and they end up activating it, the cliff, and they end up exactly where they need to go, so it works out. And they're actually wondering, it's finally time to see what kind of animal, what kind of creature that Luz is going to get for her staff. And we actually see it's kind of a hybrid of different things mixed in one. And yeah, Willow really thanks Hunter for what he said back there. And yeah, him just crying too. Like, very sweet. And yeah, Amity and just really liking this. And just saying that let's just hope that Ada doesn't eat, the creature. Or King. Or Hootie. And then, yeah, Belos then shows the Collector, say that they are going to betray, and what is he going to do about it? And he's like, I'm going to play a different new game, and snaps his fingers, and that's how this one ends. Like, man, yeah, I can just say, absolutely amazing. Now we go to the final episode, and my goodness, though, I can just say, this is how you absolutely do a series finale, though, to end a series. Like, this final episode was just absolutely beautiful. I felt like I was going to cry near the end because of how beautiful it was. And yeah, it starts with everybody getting dragged, and we see this bright light, and yeah, Luz is just hearing different voices while we see the different pieces of, what we've seen from the portal. And we hear this voice from this skull telling Luz to wake up, which she wakes up, and the Emperor's castle, and she is wondering what is going on, because she is in the Emperor's clothes, Belos' clothes, and we see everybody all frozen in statues, and Amity says that it was all your fault because you helped Belos, you helped Philip, and now she's having to fight Luz. And yeah, then Eda wakes up and uses her powers, her form, to find Rain and King, and of course Lilith, and she ends up coming out of the castle and getting trapped, and her own sister and her own mother are going against her. And yeah, we say the guards surrounding her, and her father coming out and saying that I forgave you. And then King waking up, like it's a dream within a dream within a dream. It's like what is happening? And King wakes up, and he's in this room filled with skeletons, and Bill, yep, that Bill guy returns and says that he's got a seat just for King. And Luz is still running, going through, where Willow's memories were, and sees Willow and wondering what is going on, and saying that everything was great until she took over. And yeah, Gus even saying the insulter, or who made everybody miserable. And even Hunter as well, saying, why do you get to have, a little companion when mine died? And yeah, they're having to do a witches battle. But Amity, or Luz, actually realizes that's actually not them. Because, yeah, obviously that is not them. I could tell that something is not right, because that is not them. Especially Amity, right? Luz's girlfriend. That is definitely not any of them, because they would not act like that. And they're being controlled, yeah, by the Collector. The Collector is controlling them as puppets. And, of course, she knows how to do this, because she realizes that, yeah, Amity didn't say witch's duel. She said witch's battle. So, yeah. And she knows that the real Amity wouldn't misspell it. And, yeah, again, they're being controlled by the Collector. And yeah, this is very crazy, though, I can just say. And yeah, of course they're telling Luz that she needs to get out of here. She needs to wake up as well, and gives her a cliff in order to wake up. And we see this into the sky, this like firework thing go off. And she wakes up when she gets into the sky and ends up in this very weird place where King is being surrounded by his nightmare and Ada by her nightmares, which Luz ends up getting Ada back and King back, and they reunite with each other. King jumps onto Luz and Ada, yeah, they've been away from each other for so long, pretty much. They have been away from each other for a long time, and they're finally reuniting with each other. And of course, yeah, the Collector is upset that this whole thing is not working. And yeah, of course, Belos still controlling Rain, which, yeah, even getting the Collector away so he can take one of these stars. And of course, Luz is having to tell them everything of what happened. And Ada ends up mating her little companion, Luz's little companion. And of course, the Collector comes up to them. And of course, yeah, all the Collector is doing is hurting people's lives, turning them into literal puppets. Yeah, this is quite serious of what the Collector is doing. And of course, Luz realizes that the Collector does not realize what death actually is. Because, I mean, he's not human, he's not a demon, but he is something beyond on the stars. That's basically what the Collector is. So, yeah, he would not know what death actually is. And we see Belos still in Rain's body, and of course, Rain is, I can't imagine how Rain is feeling, which, yeah, he ends up taking the star flying up, and we see, yeah, Willow, Gus, Hunter, and Amity as puppets. Yeah, they got turned into puppets, And yeah, like what is this? Like we're seeing them do these different games. The Collector and King and Ada and Loose. Like yeah, and even stinging yeah, the Collector's tongue, which is quite clever. And yeah, they're just doing all these different types of games. Like that's pretty much what the Collector is just wanting to do. And yeah, he's just getting angry until he gives up, and it's all sad because everybody is just broken promises, and nobody is wanting to be his friend. Which yeah, talking about of how with all these different creatures, you know, with the whole Titan and stuff, like the people with Kang, and him just being how he was just put away as well, which I can understand a bit of his pain though. At the same time, the Collector's pain, which yeah, all of them can definitely understand what it is to be alone. What it is to be alone. I mean, I feel that way sometimes too. I can just say, and because everybody feels that, and yeah, it's just the Collector just feeling all alone, which they are willing to actually help him by taking him to different places. And yeah, of course, Rain is trying to get Belos out of his body, which yeah, he says so be it. He gets out of Rain's body, and yeah, he gets his violin, you know, his weapon, and he ends up getting onto Rain again, and even slamming his violin, which he ends up going onto the Titan's heart. Yeah, you know that heart that's been beeping? Apparently that was the heart of the Titan, of what it seems like. And yeah, he is now consuming the whole castle, and yeah, the whole light is now starting to come, which this is not good, I can say. Which Amity ends up getting control of her body and all the others too. And they don't know where Los is. Which yeah, they then go to the Owl House first. And yeah, Ada is just wondering what happened to our house. And yeah, just showing the different pictures and how it was like for Los when she first got here. And of course, yeah, obviously he's not all amused at, you know, he is not at first. It's going to take some used to and a lot more places to go to get the Collector, though. And yeah, just showing of how, yes, he didn't really fit in here and there, but once he met the friends and the people that see the new people that in her life, like, yeah, see, it really did help her. And even the whole game that they did, which, yeah, they go over to. And, yeah, he ends up scaring these students. And, yeah, they end up going to this really cool view, which, yeah, Ada actually took Los to before. And they end up seeing the light of the Titan, of Belos. And, yeah, again, it's consuming everything, and everybody's running away, and they're going over to it. And, yeah, we see Belos turning absolutely huge, and breathing out this blue fire. And, yeah, of course, the Collector picks up this sting, which then he actually knows what to do. And he goes over to Belos, and yeah, he's just trying to make it up like you just need like a hug. You just need someone to comfort you. And he tries to do so, but that's not going to work on Belos. I mean, yeah, he's doing really what Los was and them were trying to say, but that's not going to work on Belos. And yeah, they end up getting consumed, which Los is ended up turning she's getting consumed, and this part had me heartbroken though, like her just shedding a tear and saying that she may not make it back this time. And yeah, see, a bright light appears, and she literally vanishes, disappears. And yeah, we see all these sparkly lights just flying. Like, this part had me, like, my heart sunk. It felt like my heart sunk when this happened. And yeah, everybody's just seeing the lights and not knowing what this is. And of course, the Collector trying to get loose, but his magic ain't working. Yeah, the Collector's magic ain't working. And then Belos braving the fire again, which Kang, he is angry, though. Like, he is furious of what happened to Luz. Like, yeah, we see Kang's true potential of his power coming in. Even Ada, as well, they are furious. And, yeah, we just see Luz just fading, pretty much, until she gets picked up by Kang's dad, the Titan. Yeah, the actual Titan. And, yeah, saying, just watching out for his boy. And, yeah, apparently Belos is starting to take control of him, of the Titan, Kang's dad, which, yeah, everything is being consumed, which he is willing to land loose his powers in order to defeat Belos for good. But it would only last for not a long time, so she needs to do it quick. And yeah, so it's all these cliffs, and yeah, she gets sent up and tells Luz to tell Kang what he says. And yeah, we see that the Titan ended up turning into this huge statue and saying goodbye to Luz. Well, we see this bright light that appears, and yeah, they save Luz's mom. And of course, they don't have any magic, which Luz's mom gets creative, though. Like, I love that Luz's mom is starting to get used to these things, and, you know, taking it a little slow when it comes to using the magic, which, of course, Kang and Ada still fighting, and yeah, the Collector still not able to do his magic, snapping his fingers, and he did not mean to hurt anybody. Again, he was just alone. He just wanted friends. And yeah, we see this hole, or force field, whatever, that shows around them, and burning a hand in Emperor Belos' hand. And yeah, we see Luz in her new form. Like, yeah, this is an awesome looking form with these powers. And of course, they are very happy that she is back. And yeah, going around this shield. And yeah, he is starting to get consumed himself, which the Collector is actually going to help the others. Yeah, while Luz and Kang and Ada fight off Belos, and fighting off all this consunement, which, yeah, turning all into this red type of stuff, which, yeah, I really just love this, though. Very amazing, with the bright light, and just how they're fighting, and everybody working together as well. And they say that the Collector is helping them, while trying to keep the whole archive place, stable. And yeah, we see from above, like a whole skeleton and stuff, which they go into the heart, the source, to finish it. And of course, Rain is not knowing what to do, or what is going on. And yeah, he is happy once he gets his glasses to say Ada and Luz and Kang, and they're ready to finish this. And they find Belos, Philip, at the heart. And yeah, the whole final fight begins, which, yeah, Luz trying to pull out Belos, yeah, to rip him from the heart. And yeah, everybody fighting, again, just absolutely amazing, just to say. And yeah, so he ends up ripping Belos out of the heart. And we see this effect outside, which is really awesome, I can just say. And everything all of this stuff starts to fade. The things that was getting consumed and stuff, it starts to turn into ashes, pretty much. And yeah, the others see the Collector and help him up as well. And yeah, again, everything getting back to normal. But then Philip comes back, into his human form, saying that he helped Los from a curse. Trying to trick her. Like, you ain't gonna trick her, idiot. Like, this idiot thinks he can, redeem himself, which of course, he is getting hit by acid rain, and yeah, it's starting to melt, pretty much. And of course, grabbing onto her leg, which of course, they have one thing to do, and that's stomping on him. Like, yeah, take that coward out. And yeah, they managed to stomp him where he is no more. That was satisfying to actually see. Getting rid of Belos for good. And yeah, Los is starting to glow. And King actually see his dad as well. At least the spirit of his dad, of the powers leaving Los. And yeah, that was just amazing though. And after all that, it's finally over though. Belos, Philip, is now completely vanquished. And yeah, of course we have bread puns. We have bread puns when Los was telling King of what his dad told about him. And yeah, everybody making it out. And yeah, everybody not turning into statues or puppets anymore. And yeah, everybody reuniting with their loved ones, which was just so adorable to see. Like, even Hunter as well, especially with his uncle, brother, whatever. Again, that whole confusing thing. Now completely vanquished. He's got some loved ones of his own that he can be looked out for, which is so good. And we see the principal as well, and the exiled students. And yeah, a lot of damage that's having to be restored, of course. And yeah, these troublemakers still trying to cause trouble, which of course they're backing up. And yeah, Belos' old man actually dropping their mask and actually working things out with everybody else. And yeah, everybody in the Owl House, just like Los and King and Ada and Rain. And yeah, then we see the Collector and Lilith and Los's mom and Amity, which they end up kissing. Very adorable. Just so sweet. And her mom coming back as well, them hugging. And yeah, Los's mom finally mating King and Ada as well. And Lilith reuniting with her friend Hody. And yeah, the Collector gives back the stuffed animal to King, which King then gives the stuffed animal to the Collector, and he's about to cry as well when he has to go back up to the stars. And yeah, Ada is not able to perform her cliffs anymore, which it's alright though, and just gives out her stuff, and it's just so good to actually see though, right, when she looks out. And then we see Ada just packing her stuff, or not Ada, Los. I don't know if I said Ada, I meant to say Los. I may have just caught on that. I don't know if I kept saying Ada when I meant Los. I do apologize. But yeah, seems like she actually got her, diploma and everything as well. And her mom comes in and saying that she's going to all these different subjects that she is going to attend. And yeah, we see V telling Albert to go and get the others. Which then we see the old house that they ended up going to the demon world actually becoming an actual house, very beautiful like. And yeah, during the credits, while the credits are playing, we see everybody like Willow, and we see Hunter with Ada's dad, and we see and Lilith's dad and mom as well, and the Bat Queen, and we even have Flapjack's funeral, or a tombstone for him, which was so adorable. And them meeting up with Ada or Lilith and Albert or Hootie, and yeah, Amity then comes as well, and we see the principal, which is doing some gardening, and we see Amity's dad helping remove the sigils, off of people, and yeah, everybody just, again, it's just a beautiful ending, I can just say for sure, and everybody that we see leading up to, yeah, like, just seeing everybody just getting along and just having so much fun together, like Gus, and yeah, we even see Ada, which, yeah, she's got a hook. She's like Captain Hook, pretty much. And, yeah, King is organizing stuff, and then they welcome our happy King, I'm not sure what that is, but it's a celebration, pretty much. Yeah, it's a celebration, and of course, yeah, Amity gets her kiss to Luce, and yeah, even getting this dress all made, doing this cake and everything, and even this Cliff learning on it, and we see what the Collector is doing, which is so beautiful, and they're just all looking up at it, and yeah, they all say their byes. Again, such a beautiful ending. Such a beautiful, beautiful ending to an amazing show. Man, I love this show so much. It's up there with Gravity Falls and a lot of other shows that I watched. Such a beautiful ending that just tugs on the heartstrings. A very amazing vanquish of the villain as well. But I am so glad to have reviewed The Owl House. Very, very happy I reviewed this show. Such an amazing show, I can just say. And hopefully y'all enjoyed my review on it, though, of its 3 seasons. So hopefully I enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe for my channel. Make sure your notifications turn on to anything new.